This new Devo series is all about great joy. That's what the angels sang and talked about. That's what we hear about in Christmas programs, and I want it, and I know you want it too. So today's title is Complete Joy. We talked about this once before. There's joy, and then there's complete joy, and I want the latter. And we often hear people distinguish between happiness and joy. Maybe it's because there's a complete joy that exists, whereas happiness is fleeting. I can be happy one minute and devastated the next because happiness is dependent on our circumstances. But as I understand it, there's a joy available to those who believe regardless of circumstances. When a marriage takes place, the joy that each other had separately now becomes complete because the couple is now one. Complete joy. That's mentioned in John 3. Psalm 16 says, "You make known to me the path of life, and in your presence is fullness of joy. At your right hand are pleasures forevermore." So there's fullness of joy, which would be the same as complete joy, in his presence and at his right hand. But back to the marriage analogy. There's this exchange of vows, trust in each other, companionship, and partnership that's made. But our best efforts on earth in marriage brings us incomplete joy. He or she leaves, disappoints, breaks the vows, and all sorts of discord. Not so with Jesus. With him is the path of life, completeness that can never be broken because of who he is. It's interesting in Philippians, Paul almost begs the people to go get complete joy and not wait for it to emerge. But in giving selflessly and committing to Christ, to obey him is a way to actually get joy. In our earthly marriage, we choose each other and we say our I do's and hope for the best, and we hope we are pretty enough, strong enough, smart enough, and valuable enough to be loved by this partner that held our hand. However, with Jesus, he chooses the most invaluable, and the worst of us and still loves us, and he's committed to us. Complete joy because of who he is. The bliss, the charm, the cheers at a wedding feast are fleeting at best. Sometimes the arguments start before the bride and groom ever leave the premises. And that first week back from a honeymoon starts life with flawed individuals, and the wedding bliss is in the past. Not so with Jesus. It's daily, moment by moment with him, always and forever. The charm and the bliss is ever present because of who he is. So we see that the more we know who Jesus is, the more we experience complete joy. By placing our hand in the hand of a person is a hope that we will always hold their hand in love, but that person can turn on a dime and strike our hand. Not so with Jesus. His hands are always gentle as he leads and holds us near. Complete joy was made possible on the cross when Jesus died, taking our place there, wiping our slates clean and offering us life forever. Complete joy. Jesus said he came that his joy might remain in us and that our joy might be full. His greatest joy was his relationship with his Father, that purpose, that connection, that settled love that enabled him to live and die and obey and love the most unlovely of all of his enemies. And this brought complete joy. While marriage is often a picture of our connection with Christ, we must remember that he's not human but divine, and his perfect love and wisdom is his commitment to us. Divorce and split families, marriages full of hate and discord, ups and downs of couples that scream and then make up is not a picture of complete joy, but rather incomplete joy. But the realization, the lifetime of getting to know who Jesus is, the acknowledgement of what he's done for us, the more we get to truly know him by observing all he's done for us, this is our complete joy. Have you heard someone say, "She completes me" or "He completes me"? They mean that their partner has all the missing pieces they don't have, so together they're one whole unit. That's what Jesus is. He's the completer. He's everything we're not, and he offers that everything so that we can be just like him. It blows my mind, but that's what it means to be completed in joy in Christ.